Hello, everyone, and welcome to MRU's Open House. We're so excited that you've chosen to take some time out of your day to listen in on the Bachelor of Education's information session. My name is Erin Davidson, and I'm the Academic Advisor for the Department of Education. I work with all of our current students, and my job is not only to help make sure that our students progress through our program successfully, but also ensure that I'm meeting their professional and personal goals while navigating life in university. I'm really passionate about what I do, and I'm super looking forward to working with you guys in the near future. Our hope as a department today is that you're able to walk away not only from this presentation, but from Open House in general with newfound passion and excitement for your future at Mount Royal. In today's presentation, you're going to be hearing from myself, one of our full-time faculty members, as well as a current MRU Bachelor of Education student. We're going to give you an overview of the program, as well as talk about some of the exciting opportunities that you will have as a student within the Bachelor of Education. You can find our department on the third floor of the Riddell Library and Learning Center. This is where you'll find our faculty and staff offices. Over the years, Mount Royal has developed a very strong reputation within the community, and it is because of the values and practices we have as a department. Our ultimate goal is to help you develop into inspiring educational leaders through reflective engagement. Now, what does that look like, and how do we do that? Well, right from the start, we encourage you to practice and develop ethical responsibility towards learners, your peers, and the community as a whole. Student engagement is also one of our top priorities. So whether it be through art-based learning, emerging technology, or experiential learning within the field, our department strives to provide students with engaging learning experiences that often push the boundaries of traditional learning. Lastly, we take pride in our community partnerships and recognize that these relationships often provide our students with leadership opportunities both inside and outside of the classroom. Now, pictures don't do it justice, but our department is really proud of the spaces and classrooms that we're able to provide our students. As mentioned previously, our department is on the third floor of the library, and this is where you'll find all four of these different spaces and classrooms that you see on your screen today. Each of these spaces are meant to provide you with enhance your student experience and provide you with the best possible learning resources and technology. On the top left of your screen, you'll see the education curriculum floor. The library often refers to this collection as their most eclectic, so you'll get a little bit of everything in here. All MRU students have access to this specific area, and in this space, you'll gain access to countless different teaching resources, things like learning objects, different manipulatives, games, literature, pretty much anything fun you can think of, you'll likely be able to find it here. You are able to sign out any of these resources if you wish, and students will often do so if they want to incorporate them into their classroom projects, assignments, or even if they wanted to take them into their practicum placements. The top right picture is our math and literacy classroom. Various math and literacy resources can be found here. For example, there's a children's literature collection that has been specifically curated by one of our full-time faculty members, and only Bachelor of Education students have access to this resource. On the bottom left, we have our flexible arts room. This room was originally designed as a music room, so it is completely soundproof. Students are encouraged to be as loud and have as much fun in this room as they want to, and it won't disturb the surrounding area. It is very much a multi-purpose room and where we house a lot of our different musical instruments within the department. Lastly, on the bottom right, we have our STEAM lab. This is where our science courses take place, and this space is huge. There's lots of different seating arrangements that encourage participation and engagement within the classroom. So our program specifically specializes in kindergarten to grade 6 education. So throughout your time in the program, you'll receive extensive hands-on experience in elementary-based classrooms. We have approximately 400 students within the entire program and accept around 100 each year. Our program is relatively straightforward in terms of what we offer and how it is run, but it is essentially a 4-year direct entry program. This means that you don't need any prior post-secondary experience or coursework under your belt in order to be considered for admission. This type of program design is really unique because it'll give you ample time to develop your teacher identity and give you lots of time to make lasting connections within the teaching community that will carry you forward into graduation and beyond. Graduates from our program are able to apply for their teacher certification within Alberta. In order to successfully graduate, you must declare at least one teachable minor from the list that you see on your screen here within your first year. Once you're admitted into the program, you'll be able to meet with me and we'll discuss what minor you're thinking of taking, and your course registration will go from there. When it comes to picking your minor, you do want to make sure that you're selecting something that you do enjoy. You're going to be spending a significant amount of time taking these classes, so it is important that you pick an area you think you will excel in. I'm going to pass it off now to one of our full-time faculty members, Norm Vaughn, who will speak on behalf of some of the exciting program highlights our program has to offer.
Aaron, thank you so much for that. And I just want to emphasize again, not only Aaron's passion, but just all the options you have. I think that's one of the advantages of Mount Royal is we're such a diverse institution. We've got minors in different areas. And like Aaron mentioned, make sure you choose something that you're really passionate about because that's going to shine through. So what I'd like to do is just highlight some of the really, really special things that make our program specifically at Mount Royal really special. So the thing that's really exciting for me, as Aaron mentioned, it's a 4-year program, but each year in the program, and especially in first and second year, each semester you'll be out in local K-6 schools. And we talk about how important it is to connect theory to practice. I think this is so important, especially in our first year, first semester. It's a chance for you to see if you really, really enjoy this. You get to work with students and you get to apply what you're learning in that beautiful third floor of the library in the local schools. As Aaron mentioned as well, just the second point, our direct entry, this is really special because I know a lot of you, you've probably had a passion from an early age that you want to get right into the education program. Some of the other education programs in the province of Alberta are an after degree program. So you have to do a degree first before you can go right in there. And I find some people, their passion starts to slip away when they have to do that other degree. So with us, you can get right into the program right away. And I think that's really exciting because you can build on the passion that you've probably had from an early age. The other thing that's been really exciting is we've got a number of grads now that have gone on and started to take leadership positions. And leadership happens in a lot of different ways, but it's really exciting for me to see the different sort of master's programs they're involved in. Some of them have gone on to do masters in leadership, indigenous studies, or curriculum areas. They want to be sort of literacy or math that they want to go. And it's wonderful because with this, they have opportunities to seek master's programs, not only at local universities, but there's more and more online opportunities. And it's really exciting. Some of our students, our grads, excuse me, our alumni, are still teaching in local Calgary schools, but taking master's program from different provinces or even different countries. The other thing I think really exciting is that really learning does take place, not just in a classroom. And as Aaron mentioned, it's just not the third floor of the library. It really is a beautiful building. We call it the Riddell Learning Center. We've got different visualization labs. We've got something called the Maker Space where you can learn hands-on. But what's been really exciting for me is the local partners we have, and these include some of our First Nations. We've got the Sutrina First Nation basically right across the street from Mount Royal. We have a number of our grads teaching there, and right in first year, you'll be over there for a school tours assignment. We have a number of our grads teaching at Stoney Nakota First Nation, the Nakota Elementary School, which is out in Morley, and Chief Jacob Beardspaw School, which is down in Eden Valley. And at this point, because of COVID, we've been doing sort of more virtual connections with them, but I know by the time you arrive, we'll be back in place. The other thing that's exciting is just these community partnerships we have. For example, in second year, we partnered with Calgary Reads. So not only out in schools, you'll be actually doing the Calgary Reads program where you actually get a Calgary Reads certificate that I know a lot of the school districts, future employers really look forward to. In terms of what's really exciting for me, and I have to be careful with this because I'm actually a graduate of some of the larger universities, but it's the small class size. We have a saying on our program: look to your left, look to your right, friends for life. And I think this is really important because you're developing your professional learning network as you go through, but you get the support through the cohort. And we have such a diverse group of people. You learn about all different sort of people as you're going through. But I think that support is just so important. We do a lot of peer instruction through the 4 years of the program, as I mentioned. We're really involved with our community. We have these, actually it's professional learning schools model, where we've got formal partnerships with the Rocky View School District, some of the public charter schools like Connect Charter, some of the independent schools like Calgary Academy. And I think this is really rich because not only are you getting practicum experiences with them, you're getting professional development experiences. And finally, just as I mentioned, because of the small class size, there's not only peer mentorship in terms of the upper year students mentoring the lower ones, but the grads. We've got a really strong alumni connection that'll support you. So, with that, Aaron, could you just move to the next slide, please? And here it goes. So, just quickly at a glance, and I could spend all day at this, but I've been told to keep it somewhat brief. Again, 4 really rich years. So, year one, you're going to be doing what we call the foundation courses, professional development one. And in the fall, like I mentioned, you'll be out for at least half a day each week. And again, I think this is so exciting because it builds on your passion that you want to be with young children. And I think you'll find it makes your course experiences a lot more enriching, because as we find just how unique every child is, you're learning how you can help that child grow and develop. So again, year one, you're out in both the fall and the winter. In the fall, we do a lot of work with our Inniskim, our Indigenous Center. You'll be taking part in something called the blanket activity. In the winter, you'll actually be going out for school tours assignment. So not only in the winter do you have your field placement, but you'll be visiting different schools to see how unique they are. Year two is just a really, this is a chance where you get to even grow closer. You'll be taking more core courses, learning about the people in your program. The focus in year two is really around literacy. You'll be doing a language and literacy course with this focus on the Calgary Reaps program in the fall. And then in the winter semester, you'll be primarily taking just education courses. You'll be doing the program of studies for English language arts, doing an assessment course in educational psychology. And in the winter semester, you're out for a full day. Year three is exciting for me because I'm part of year three. In the fall, we call it our STEAM semester, and that stands for science, technology, engineering, the arts, and mathematics. So we're helping you really learn to integrate different courses. And you're also out for a 5 week practicum. Now, the exciting thing now is not only are you out for 5 weeks, but we've just changed this year that every Friday you'll be on your practicum school as well. So just continuing on that foundation you've built in first and second year. In third year is just getting to go deeper with your mentor teacher. Fourth year is just an exceptional, I sort of call it the capstone year, where we're putting everything together. In the fall, you'll be taking an Indigenous education course in conjunction with a social studies program of study. So it means you'll be with a couple of instructors for a full day, which allows you to do these land-based activities, going over the Tsuut'ina First Nation, Stoney Nakoda, working with Indigenous elders in the Weasel Head, which is located sort of the entrance to Glenmore Park, easy to get to. Finally, the very final semester, you're out there for the whole semester, so it's exciting. You'll be doing your coursework, your seminars. You'll be doing an inclusive ed course, a capstone course, and you'll be doing it in partnership, not only with your mentor teacher, but Erin alluded to this. When you're out for your practicum, both for third and fourth year, you're not out alone. We make sure that we place you in cohorts. So there'll be 5 or 6 of you at each school. And I think this is really important because you've got the local support and you build the local connections with that. So thank you for the time. And now I'd like to pass it on to Jaden to get a student perspective about our program.
Hello, everybody. My name is Jaden, and I'm so happy to be speaking to you today on behalf of myself and, of course, the Education Undergraduate Society at Mount Royal University. So, I want to talk to you a little bit today about my involvement at Mount Royal, my degree at Mount Royal, and why Mount Royal was and continues to be the right fit for me. So, first of all, what made me choose Mount Royal, and why did I choose education in particular? So I am really passionate about being a teacher, of course. I think that when I decided that I was going to be a teacher, I wanted to make the best informed decisions and consider the factors which would greatly impact my experience and success in university, as well as best prepare me for my career in teaching. So, some of these considerations, which won my heart for Mount Royal, of course, were the smaller class sizes, which allows for more hands on and personal learning experience, really engaging and definitely a perk. And then, of course, the field experience right away and having an opportunity to be in classes definitely stood out to me when I was considering the program. Honestly, I would say that the reputation, the community, and the culture that precedes the Mount Royal Education Program was really attractive to me. And finally, on a more broad scale, as a Métis student, Indigenous Mount Royal was really important factor to me. And to see the emphasis and priority and dedication that Mount Royal has towards education for reconciliation and decolonization was also very attractive to me and something that I knew I wanted to be a part of. So when I think about how this appeal translates to my real life experience, it does not disappoint. So when I entered Mount Royal, I was surrounded by like minded, hardworking individuals who were driven to achieve great things. And this is also no exception to the faculty members that we have a pleasure of working with and learning from. I find that all of the professors, especially in the education program, are incredibly supportive and work really hard to ensure our growth and success within the program. I'm so grateful to have the opportunities that I have to learn from the absolute best. So now I want to talk to you a little bit more about the EUS. So for those of you who don't know, the EUS, or the Education Undergraduate Society, is a student-led group that provides teacher candidates opportunities to get involved, gain skills through professional development opportunities, and to feel part of the Mount Royal education program and the community at large. So my role as the president in specific is to act as a branch between the EUS and the Department of Education so that we can all work together to create one collective body which is aiming towards growth and success. So when I started at Mount Royal, I was really looking for ways to get involved and to build my capacity for leadership. So when I heard about the EUS, it felt like the perfect fit for me. I've had an amazing time getting to know everyone much better as a result of my involvement. And I don't take for granted what an incredible opportunity that is, because I know that in many cases it's a rarity. I think that connection has been critical, especially in light of COVID, and the EUS has been a beautiful way to bridge that gap. I would also really love to offer a quote, actually, from our past president, Cassidy Blunden, who's been an incredible mentor to me. She said, "We need this program as education students and can clearly see the dedication the society has for empowering the learning and success of every student possible in our program." So let's talk about some of the exciting opportunities and events that I've been a part of and that the Greater Education program has been a part of that prospective students might find interesting. So far I've had the opportunity to attend some incredible development workshops provided by the ATA. Some of these topics include uh, respecting individual sexual and gender minorities, addressing diverse learning needs, establishing inclusive learning environments, and so much more. These opportunities have been incredibly beneficial to me, and they were definitely a guiding force behind my decision to become a leader in our education program. I think that they will no doubt allow me as a pre-service teacher to fill myself with constructive knowledge and skills that I can then transfer into my career. And I love to see that this is translated across all of education, and all of my peers, myself included, are having the opportunity to engage in these sorts of things and to grow together. And so, certainly, professional development is important and something that I really value. But there's also a lot of really fun elements that the EUS puts on. So, last year, the EUS hosted a variety of fun team building activities. We hosted a Bob Ross paint night, a pumpkin carving contest. We did a gingerbread house making contest, a pizza night, and there were so many more. I'm sure I'm forgetting some. But I think that the bigger takeaway here is definitely that everybody is really looking to connect and to make valuable connections that we will take with us for the rest of our careers. I'm very grateful to have found success while in the MRU BEd program, and I'm always striving towards new opportunities and achievements. And I absolutely could not do it without this program, my peers, and the faculty members who are here to support me. I want to thank you so much for giving me the chance to speak to you today. My journey has just begun, and I can't wait for what's to come. And hopefully, I will see some of you soon.
Thank you so much, Jaden, for sharing your story. And thank you all so much for taking the time out of your day to listen to our presentation. We hope that you're able to take something valuable away from it. If you'd like more information about our program, please feel free to visit the website that you see on your screen. On this website, you'll be able to read up on what some of our alumni are up to, as well as other exciting stories and opportunities that are happening around our department. Information on admission can also be found on this website, but if you have not already done so, I would encourage you to sign up for one of our live admission info sessions. Um, and we are so excited to see you in the near future. We hope that you enjoyed this presentation and hopefully see you in fall 2022. Thank you, everyone.